Auslandssemester in Deutschland aus Polen. Was ist anders? Wie ist das Studium und wo ist das Café A?
Wir sind Julia und
Oskar mit dem Podcast Nicht klausurrelevant mit allen Fragen rund um die TU Berlin. Heute zu Gast ist Filip. Filip studiert Architektur in Gdansk und macht gerade sein Auslandssemester an der TU Berlin.
In today's episode we will dive into the contrast between studying in Germany and Poland. The methods of organizing university life vary, and I feel like our guest might have some interesting experiences to share. You've completed 2 years of architecture studies in Gdańsk, and now your Erasmus semester here in Germany is slowly coming to an end. So, Filip, we met back in high school in Gdańsk, Poland, and you started studying there at the Gdańsk Technical University. I enrolled here in Germany, and now we reconnect here at TU. Welcome, Filip, or should I say siemano?
Siema.
Dzień dobry.
Dobry.
So, let's recall back to your first day at TU. Was there anything that shocked you right away, that you saw was weird, or?
I mean, before I started studying my subject, I was a month in a German course.
Right?
So in the course there was nothing really surprising. I mean, it's very laid back type of teaching, nice group, but I don't know, in general it's surprising that you have to figure out everything on your own, signing up for everything, Moses, ISIS, all this teleport stuff. I never had to do it in Poland. It's always I have these classes and I'm already signed up for them, and I don't need to do anything to sign up myself.
That's true.
That's kind of stressful.
That's already one of my questions. We can go here already. So I feel like in Poland everything is set, is fixed, and here in Germany you have to take control of your timetable or your studies,
which is good, I guess.
How do you feel? Do you think that in Poland, when there is this strict curriculum, I mean curriculum is the same, but there's a strict timetable and you know what you have to do, versus in Germany when everything is so laid back and you can decide whatever? Do you feel like you lose your focus, your drive for learning?
Yeah, I would say that as I am an Erasmus student, I don't need to take part in all of the
that's
courses
also a
that
good point.
usually normal students have to take part in. So I have a lot of courses that are very alternative, very specific, contemporary Arab urbanism or border detention camp courses, which are not really mandatory for normal students, but I take them because I can, because I'm an Erasmus student. So I have many of those courses that are not really very rigid, but more
it's more about working in a group, or
and very interesting topics, which I really like. It's a big difference from Poland, where I have urbanism 4 or project 5 or something like this. But here I have really interesting classes, but maybe that's because I'm an Erasmus student. But I don't know, I think there's some good point, positive stuff about making your own timetable and doing everything on your own, because you're an adult. So you're not in high school anymore. That's why should you have everything assigned to you? But also it is kind of stressful, and I think it might be a better system than having everything assigned for you.
Yes, but then there's this saying that we often joke that in Germany students seem to study forever because of this fact, because they can adjust everything. So completing a degree in 10 semesters, it's pretty it's a fair thing to do here. And in contrast, as I said, the study period in Poland, I think it's fixed. You cannot really extend it, right?
I mean, you can take a year off, but then every year you have to complete all the classes you have, or you have to pay and retake them the next year.
Yeah, so there's this aspect that in Poland you have to pay if you fail. I mean, you also said that you can take as many.
It's all depends on the professor. Sometimes a professor gives you 2 or 3 chances, sometimes even 4. And then if you don't pass the 4th exam or the 3rd exam, it's okay, you have to pay X amount of money for each credit point, and then you have to retake the whole class next year with the year under you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so but in Germany you can take free tries, and then after that you
Yeah,
are
that's-
expelled from the university, from the subject at least that you're taking. 'Cause
I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. I will be stressing, like only 3 chances, and then you cannot study like at all the subject. Like it's stressful.
so at one time it's it's laid back, and then on the other side, like if you really don't study, then you're just gonna get kicked out because free turns is only
That's what
what
is
you
the
take.
thing, because like everything is like so laid back. But then if you don't study, you're like you messed up.
So working in groups, you said you have a lot of subject when you work in groups.
Yeah, I have just
with-
one subject when I'm working.
Ah,
on my
okay,
own.
the one
on my own.
subject.
One subject when I'm working on my own, but
And then the other
other
ones
ones
are
are
with a
in
group.
groups. Yeah.
Okay, and how do you like feel? What are the connections in Germany, like social connections in Germany between students versus in Poland? Is there a difference? Do you feel? Do you see anything?
I mean, most of like my group work, I'm not like very friendly with the like. Of course I'm friendly, but it's not like we're like really good friends or anything. We just do the stuff we have to do and like bye bye. But those classes are usually with like Erasmus students. But I have like one group project when we're like the guy that I'm doing the project with like is one of my best friends now. It's like a class that's all German, and I'm the only one Erasmus student.
Okay.
So that's like my best friends from uni are from this class, not like Erasmus students, but the Germans I do the project with. But yeah, so the classes like with Erasmus students are, I don't know, I don't have like a very like a connection with them. Just to the project, like couple of laughs, and okay, bye bye. But like with the guys from the German class, I'm like hanging out after the class, like going to their homes, going to parties with them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because in Poland, you mostly see the same people whole semester, right? You have like groups, and
yeah, we have like, I mean, in the first couple of semesters, like you have group 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like there's like 100 students or something the whole year, and then you get divided into like a couple of groups. But then later is like every kind of class has its own, but it's still like all the people.
You know
there.
everybody, and here you
Yeah.
don't really know people.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in Erasmus, so I really don't know anybody, but I don't know. In Poland, it's often like you just work with your friends in a group. You rarely like work with somebody you don't know. It's just like, oh, you want to be with me in this class, and like you're just with your best friend, like doing a project or something. But yeah, I don't think I've ever been working in a group in Poland with somebody I don't know.
Here is really
Yeah.
common to do that because there are so many students. There are so many because we choose our own timetable.
Yeah.
We choose our own modules, so it's hard to
But
like
how many students per year do you think are like?
each year 400 something.
Oh wow!
So it's a really big subject. It's a really big module. So
Yeah,
so yeah, it would be hard to divide us into groups so that everybody like here we often just combine uni and work or like
Yeah.
just your life because
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
still
yeah.
so young,
Yeah.
22, 23, 24. It's still we're just starting our life, and that's
Yeah,
why I
it's-
also
yeah,
feel
it's
like
true.
in Germany they just let you live your life. I mean, I've never studied in Poland, so I don't know how it is there. But in
Yeah.
Poland, everything is so focused on just completing your degree and just going, next steps, so like masters
yeah.
or working or something like this.
yeah, I would say so. But also like my study field is like very time consuming, and like you can find like time for work. I guess like I sometimes work during the semester, but like for half the semester you can find time. But later you just study all the time. Like if you study like some like I don't know, less time consuming subjects, I think it's easier like to join like work and studies. But yeah, I think like it's in Poland it's like you kind of get treated like a high school student in the university.
That's also what I
like
feel
you
like.
you just know all the people. You get assigned everything for you. Like you don't really have like time to work and live your. I mean, you have time to live your life, but it's all like very centered on studying. And then you have like, okay, you have 3. Okay, now you have to do the bachelor, the master, then you can work, blah, 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 blah. It's like very...
Is it very driven into the like the
And
scientific?
I don't really like it because there's not much space to figure out what you really want to do. You just get thrown into... Basically, you have to choose, like, even before you go to high school, you have to choose, like, oh, I want to go to mathematical physics class in high school. Then you like kind of narrow your like
Interest.
perspectives for later. So you get kind of thrown into whatever you like choose on like a whim. Then you're like studying it all the time.
Yeah. And you said you're feeling you're like treated like high schoolers a little bit in Poland.
I mean, not really, but like the system is kind of similar to high school.
And what about the professors? Like, do they also, is it different here? Do you feel like they treat you different? Or?
They are kind of more laid back here, but maybe it's just like also I have like a lot of international professors. Mm-hmm. Like in Poland, I have all of my professors are Polish. Mm-hmm. But I mean, they are cool. Like half of them are really like laid back and really chill, but half of them are like, like old, like angry men.
And because you also have all your subject in English, right? You're still in a bachelor, but because in Germany normally bachelors are in German.
Yeah.
Even if you come for an Erasmus or something. But your modules are in English.
Yeah, I have one class in German, but I can do it in the class is in the studio. Mm-hmm. It's in German, but I present in English, so it doesn't really change anything for me. But yeah, since I live in the Erasmus student in Vonheim, I think almost everyone has all of their classes in English.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay.
So it's not hard to choose, I guess.
I think many, maybe Polish people think that when you come to Germany, you have to speak perfect German or something to go to the university.
Yeah, well, I didn't. I'm still don't.
And you still go through. It's already the end of the semester, and you are still here.
Yeah. No, it's fine. You don't if you're in Erasmus, you can easily choose to have most of your classes in English.
Okay. How would you advertise your university?
Well,
what would
the
you
buildings
say?
are way nicer. The campus is it's really beautiful, and I think the studying. I mean, it is more time consuming, but I think the level is maybe a bit better of teaching, or kind of different. Also, I don't have the perspective of
I think it's not really, because, as I said before, the curriculum is the same, but I think it's all about the mentality of students. Because in Poland, you are so driven, you have to study, you have all those things that you cannot, change by yourself. You just have to take those subjects. And in Germany, because you have so much freedom, many people just lose their focus, lose their mental, side. Oh, I'm here to study. I'm not here to only take classes and just sit here and drink coffee. So maybe I think that's why we feel like in Poland there's a higher.
Yeah, speaking of for architecture is here people in Poland we have this really big knowledge base of statics and these important things that you can do to then make your to do a design your building. Mm-hmm. But here is more you just do whatever you want so that it looks aesthetic, and then you figure out the statics later and all of the facilities later. But in Poland it's more you have to first figure out the basics, do everything to the rules. So then later we're I would say I not to be oh I know, but I think I have more knowledge than the people on the same semester as I am in Germany, from my Polish studies, about all these technical things. You really have to know your basics, not just then do the nice things, but you have to learn a lot about designing facilities, designing
So
everything
in Poland,
around.
It's really you said the fundamentals are really
you're
strong.
Really prepared to go to work because you already know all of the rules, the regulations, like the basics, the materials. You really you're really prepared for the like work, which I guess is like the whole system. Like you have to finish your studies, go to work, go to work.
Yeah. So we just have to, like, I think.
But that's good.
I think Polish universities like prepare you to go straight into workplace.
Yeah.
And be like, oh yeah, he just ended university. He knows everything. Like he.
I mean, not
he can,
everything.
I mean, not
it
everything, but
depends,
he knows
of
the
course.
basics.
Yeah.
So we trust him. Or something. Yeah.
But you still have to do a lot of like internship in your studies as well. Like in the course of your studies, you have like 3 or 4 internships you have to do.
Yeah, because I also think like you need to do like the internships are mandatory, right? Or like So here I don't know that if any subjects. If any modules need that, but I don't think we need to do any mandatory internships. In maybe some subjects, but for example, computer science, what I study, we don't have to do any like mandatory internships. And I know many people already work I'm on sixth semester, and many people already work in the industry. But it's not like, okay, this semester you have to do an internship. No, it's not like this.
In my like university, a lot of the German people I study with have already done like before their like I'm like how old I am? I'm like 21. Yeah, I'm 21, almost 22. But I study with mostly like older people.
Yeah.
Because they like already did like, for example, like a carpenter apprenticeship, like especially like from the south of Germany. A lot of them like have a carpenter apprenticeship, so they like build houses or like stuff like from wood, and I think that's a really good like. In Poland, I haven't heard of like wood building apprenticeship, which is really cool. I think I would like to like come back after my studies, maybe bachelor or after, I don't know if I'm going to do master, but after bachelor or master, I would like to come back and do the like carpenter studies, because I don't know, I like working my hands. Like working in a bureau is kind of, just for me, it's like really like not good.
It's
I just
like
don't
it
like
kills
sit,
a little bit of the.
Just 8 hours of like staring into a computer screen. I like had a apprenticeship in a construction site, and I had like way more fun like pouring concrete than like staring at the computer.
Because you can do things with hands. You can do like and I think it's also because in Poland we have this pressure to study. I mean, to like you finish your high school and then you have to. Your parents are talking to you like, hey, you have to decide what you have to do in your life. Do you want to study? Do you want to work? But it would be good if you would study. And then we have so many people that just study because they have to, or they feel this pressure.
A lot of pressure,
And here, many people just after school they take a year or something. They just like explore the world, or just do an internship or something. Just like think about what they're gonna do next in their chapter. So that's mainly because
a lot of people in Germany are like more financially stable than in Poland. So you can be like a free kid, but like in Poland, it's like the sooner you make your own money, the better. Because
we still have this mentality.
With like this communist mentality, right, or something like this, that you like. I mean, that's really our generation is like more free, but like I think like the previous generations are like very like not free to like do anything you want, because you just have to like you have to like have your own money like right now. Like you can't like depend on your parents, because they also like probably didn't have money. Like
studying was a privilege back then. So being here in Germany for half a year, did it change a little bit of your perspective for the future goals, future careers, what you want to do? How do you feel about it?
Yeah, well, I'm all the time undecided, kind of. But I like studying architecture, so I'm just gonna do it and figure out my life after. But
do you consider coming back to Germany for studies?
I consider
work.
for masters maybe, but I really like the perspective of the woodwork apprenticeship, because that's some like really nice. And maybe it's in Poland, but I haven't heard of anything like this in Poland, and in Germany it's like very popular. Yeah, and maybe I don't know. I still am pretty undecided on what I want to do, but
Yeah, we're still pretty
I
young.
think like working in a company is like not for me. So I would prefer to like kind of combine, like if I would do architecture, I would like combine like working like with my hands or something. Yeah, and I don't know. I made some like really good friends here, so I think I will come back like either for studies or for an apprenticeship, because I don't know. I think I prefer the study model in Germany a bit, but it's also really good that I have this like knowledge that I got from my university in Poland, and I still will get it. Like now I come back to Poland and I have a half-year apprenticeship, like mandatory. So there's like I will learn so much as well. So yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. Maybe
We'll see.
maybe we'll come back. Okay, so to end this podcast, I have a question for you. Top 3 ranking TU, whatever. Mensa, cafe, best buildings, top 3 things.
Café A. Nummer 1.
Nummer 1, Café A.
Yeah, it's nice. It's like you're just like working on the like design all day, and then you're like, okay, let's get a beer. Let's just get a beer. And it's just like more like
It's so nice
it
that
creates
they-
like a nice atmosphere. You can go down, like talk to people. Like you can. I really like also like working outside in the like tables, like get something to drink or.
It's really nice that here we have so many cafes that are
Yeah.
at uni and that
And
are
you can drink beer.
yeah, and that are organized by students and not by like companies because in Poland
That's really good. Like it's not in Poland all of the like cafe or like eating
like
places
Mensa,
are owned. Like, they
everything.
are all like owned by a private investor, so the prices are cheaper than like usual, but it's still like not really affordable.
It's not 60 cents for a soup and 60 cents for potatoes,
So,
like in Mensa.
Because Mensa is like, it's not like fully privately owned. I don't know. It's like
Could you say what's
like the Studentenwerk. Is it like half private, half like state owned?
We actually found it. We pay 50 euros or 70 euros for the Studentenwerk every semester. Like every like we have to like pay.
But it's
fee.
like I think all of that. Yeah, I think Mensa is also a great like. It's way more affordable than the eating places in my uni, at least. Yeah. So number 2, Mensa.
Number 2, Mensa, strong.
Yeah.
And
Number
we have 1
3.
spot left.
Damn.
Maybe Architekturgebäude.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice. It's kind of, it has like soul, you know.
Especially with the graffiti on the walls.
Yeah. I mean, sure, yeah. Number 3.
Number 3,
Architekturgebäude.
Okay,
Yeah,
thank
it's
you.
nice architecture. Yeah, I like it.
Thank you very much for this podcast.
Kein Problem.
Thank you for showing here today.
Yes.
I hope you all heard some new things about Poland and maybe even TU. Then see you in the next podcast.
All right. Thank you. Ciao, ciao.
Ciao, ciao.
Danke fürs Zuhören. Heute zu Gast war Philipp. Danke fürs Kommen.
Wir waren Julia und
Oskar mit dem Podcast Nicht klausurrelevant. Mit allen Fragen und Antworten rund um die TU Berlin. Wenn es euch gefallen hat, bitte hinterlasst einen Kommentar und eine Bewertung. Wir würden uns sehr freuen. Das war Nicht klausurrelevant. Der Podcast rund um die TU Berlin.